Welcome back to another spectacular special anime edition of the MAP Technology Podcast. I am one of your main hosts, King Gardamus, and we also have the original Black Afro Samurai in the house. Take a guess who he is. Everyone take one guess.
Hey guys. Nice to see everybody again.
It gets worse every time.
The original. Yeah, it does. hey JB, how are you, bud?
Hey everybody.
And of course we have Pikachu, half Pikachu'd out. Fully Pikachu'd out.
That's the evolution. No, not its tail.
That's not what he showed off camera, but we're gonna go with that.
What's good, everybody? It's J Infinity, aka Mr. Old No, holding it down for all the Pokemon fans.
Yeah. And then off being mysterious, off to the side, we have.
I am not mysterious to the audience. They see me.
Yeah.
It's just a box.
It's your boy.
No, I didn't.
It's Trump Shitty Champ.
Yes, 3C, and we have a awesome, phenomenal guest with us today, who frequents the shop quite often. Introduce yourself, good sir.
Kaga.
Yeah.
Missed I pause my anime for this.
Yeah.
Had to bring me through for that.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna swing it to Mr. 3C down there. He's gonna explain what we have going this go round. So take it home for us.
Well, I know everybody at home, they're wondering, like, why? Why do we have another person on camera? For anybody who does know, he is the resident anime expert.
Aficionado. Yes.
Aficionado. Whatever the Japanese word is, the equivalent of that.
Yeah, he is that.
He is that. Hokage.
We're not gonna. We don't want to get that disclaimer, so we're not gonna try to figure that word out.
Otaku Sensei.
There you go.
Okay.
But, so we have them on because this week what we're going to do is we're creating a tier list of a bunch of anime video games, and let's be specific. It's not just games based on anime shows that exist. It's a list of games that fall under that criteria and games that are inspired by the anime art style.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I think this is cool. We're gonna have fun with this one. They did not have any hentai games on consoles, so I was pretty bummed out about that. Yeah. So I guess they want to be funny acting and have kids play them. So whatever.
A couple of more rules we had. At least one of us had to play the game in order for it to be mentioned.
Yes.
So there may be some lapse in our list, but it's because we didn't want to bring up anything that we're not qualified to talk about. And also, if a franchise doesn't differentiate enough, we just lumped everything up into one entry. So
because that's what we do.
Yeah. So
all you Naruto people don't cuss us out.
Yes. All the Ultimate Ninja
Those
stores
games.
are just one.
Yeah. They just keep aging Naruto up each one.
5 years later, now he is 21.
Yeah. All right, so let's get this show on how we do this, baby. Let's go.
Without further ado, I'm going to pull up the first game that we'll talk about, and I'm going to start with a doozy. The best in this whole list. Inarguable.
I never played that game.
J-Stars versus Plus.
You are a sick individual. The way you announced it with so much energy, I can just hear the sadism in your voice.
What did I do? This is a good game. So,
if you hate life, sure.
So, does somebody care?
No J-Stars.
Does somebody care to break down what exactly J-Star is for somebody who may have not played this game?
So I think since we made Carl pause his anime, we'll let him begin on every anime, because I think he's played the bulk of most of these games. So we'll let him give the
Decent chunk.
yeah.
So like so J Stars plus, like this one's, it's just your basic, hey, we're gonna take all your big three, your favorite fighters, and we're gonna smash them together and make you fight against them. Like I forgot the Versus Plus, was that the handheld one or the console?
Don't give you about to get the line.
I picked it thinking that it was the PS3 one. For PS3.
The PS3. Okay.
Yes.
So like it's the PS3 one was just like your basic arena fighter.
Mm-hmm.
So like you pick a squad of 3, you send them out, and they smash into each other, and you know somebody does a wave attack and you win.
Yeah, a shonen junkies, I guess.
That 3, yeah.
It's fixed, yeah. That's all it is. Yeah.
And an executive's cash cow.
Yeah.
We call it. They'll get a small promotion for let's just put them all in one game.
That is
an idea.
Yeah, hear me out. They're fan service for them. I've partaken a little bit in it. It's just the basic, like a shonen button masher. It's really not too in depth. It's kind of fun to fart around. I played with my nephews. That was about it.
Like the funny thing is, so there's like a handheld version of the game. The handheld version of the game actually plays a little bit more like Smash. A little bit more like Smash. It's kind of like it's kind of like a clone. Huh. And like you're fighting on a manga panel, and you have to like smash the person into the side of the manga panel until it breaks, so you can ring them out.
Okay.
So like, and like you get like assists and stuff like that too, like depending on how you wanted to play it. So I think it came out for like the Game Boy, whichever one had the stylus. I can't remember now.
DS.
Yeah. Okay.
And like it was cool. Like I remember playing it. I used to play like Rurouni Kenshin. I would just have like one character and a bunch of assists and stuff. It was really fun. The new ones suck. But yeah.
Wow. Upset because that sounds good.
Yeah.
John, did you ever fart around with him?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you're not missing anything.
I played it a little bit.
I'm getting.
I lived with a roommate who like swore by J-Star. Like he loved it so much. But obviously, in hindsight, sometimes we want a game to be good so bad.
Yeah.
That we kind of look past a lot of its flaws. And this was like
Come on, you didn't look past anything for that.
Oh yeah, you stomped Cold War on the ground, rubbed your foot on it, walked away, came back and spit on it.
Well, and then again, unfortunately, I know this roommate that you're talking about, and unfortunately, what he likes doesn't go that far. Yeah, he's a special individual.
I would not put much weight into it.
Yeah, and anything he does besides waking up, that's like the extent of.
Dang.
So, I guess it sounds like we're all in agreement
G-Stars.
that I'm going to go ahead and put this one in the trash pile. Here we go.
Dang.
In the trash. Where you belong. So,
know your role.
From trash to class, why don't we talk about Catherine? Catherine! Full body.
All right. Go ahead, Carl. You played Catherine, haven't you?
Yeah, I played both of them.
Okay.
So like the full body version of Catherine is a remake, which adds another character to the game, which it's part puzzle, part dating sim, and like basically like Catherine Full Body just kind of takes everything that the original Catherine kind of said, all right, well, we can cut a little corner here and there and just kind of refines it. So you get a really cool story that has, I think, like upwards of like 10 different endings. There's a versus mode, which
that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, like the versus mode, it's very competitive, believe it or not.
is.
We have some tournaments that Xana do.
Yeah, I've seen a couple guys play in the
In
shop
fact,
as
some of
well.
the best players in the world are from here, our great state of the Marylands.
Yes.
But and yeah, like I think the full body version, you get a couple new maps, like you get a couple new power ups. There's new characters to play with when you're playing in versus mode, including some from another entry we have on this list.
Okay, all right. Crossovers.
So man, like yeah, full body was I played that actually recently during the pandemic because I played the first one, didn't play full body yet, and I beat it during the pandemic. And oh man, it was great. It was such a great ride.
Yeah, Catherine was a game I played the first one to completion, and I got full body because my wife likes to watch me play games that have like really good like narratives, and like she was like enthralled by like the Catherine story, mainly because she really the TV that she gravitates to is trash TV. Like, like, like the reality shows with all the drama.
Yeah. So, and obviously, you don't mind sleeping on the couch, or evidently she's not around.
But yeah, needless to say, Catherine was right up her alley. It was the story is like so ridiculous, and the one thing though that I don't want to ding it because I love that part, but if I was somebody who wasn't as well, if I didn't do as much research in video games, if I picked up Catherine based on how the box looks and I went home and I realized you have to play these hard ass puzzles, like those shits are hard. Like further on into the game, those things get very difficult.
Their learning curve hits quickly. Like the first couple are like hold your hand, and then it just like holds your hand to the cliff and then kicks you off of the cliff and watch you fall down. Yeah.
Like here's a couple techniques that'll help you survive.
Now here's this titty monster. Later. I hope you get away.
Yeah. Here's this unborn fetus chasing you up. Okay, thanks. Love you guys too.
But
there's a butt monster.
There is a giant butt. And I know recently with the full body re-release, a lot of people, it happens. There's a lot of people on the internet that were upset because the big new character is transsexual. Am I using the right word?
It was one sex and then went to the other.
I don't want to ruin the surprise for anybody that didn't play it.
Oh, is that a spoiler?
No. So that's what like they kind of said the person was, but there's more to it. There's definitely more to it.
Yeah, you're right.
So
you're right. Yeah, I won't go into it in depth. I'll just say that the hate is unwarranted. You definitely you need to play the game. Like, don't just hate people because of their genitalia. They can't help that.
believe it or not, like, the game like it does some spicy stuff, but it's kind of they do it pretty well.
They do.
They do it like pretty well. Like I don't know, it's not too offensive to anybody. You know what I'm saying? In this PC era,
Atlas handles mature themes very well.
They do.
Like, there's a lot of things from like the Japanese anime culture that sometimes they get these big topics and they're handled very immaturely. And I can't really say that. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. But I can't say that anything made by Atlas that I've experienced.
Yeah, they're pretty. The guys that get to work on their games are pretty good about that.
Yeah. So with that being said,
John, JB. Oh, my bad.
Mm-hmm. I've only really experienced the versus mode of Catherine because of the tournaments and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, that's all I've really seen.
Have you got a chance to partake?
No, I just watched the videos.
Okay.
You should definitely give it a try. Like I think you like it.
Yeah, it seems pretty fun. It seems like it's one of those like it's pretty simple to learn, but then to get good is like with a lot of effort,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of nuance to it.
So where are we putting this bad boy? Is it top tier 90? I'm skeptical.
Yeah.
So the only reason I am skeptical to put it there is because of the accessibility.
Yeah,
like
everybody. I feel like it's not like I was just watching this documentary the other night on ramen, and this one guy is like, he's talking about how he thinks like his ramen is it's consistently the best, but he admits that the flavor isn't for everyone. So some people are gonna love it and some people aren't.
Right.
But it's high quality, so it's one of those things where like that style game is definitely not for everybody.
And that is the one thing I ding it on, is that absolutely everybody's not going to get that same experience.
So one notch down just because.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. That's a great game.
Next up, let's go ahead and let's talk about the proverbial elephant in the room. Let's talk about Dragon Ball FighterZ.
It's just Dragon Ball Fighters. It's
that's it. Nothing special. Literally,
it's great. Put it up there.
It's a great game.
It really is.
It's a great game.
I think it's good. I think like Dragon Ball games in general get it's Dragon Ball treatment, so everybody bumps it up a little bit higher than it's supposed to be.
So I used to think so until that came up, and that is just such a step above all the other ones. The way it looks like the anime. It plays smooth. It gives you the feel of the actual.
But it should, because it should. The other ones, and I thought the other ones did until I saw that. It's like driving a Corolla, and that's fine. And then all of a sudden, you get a Bentley. And you're like, oh, okay, this is a car. Like the Corolla's fine, it gets me there, but the Bentley is getting you there in style and better. So,
I am so.
Yeah. I think Dragon Ball FighterZ, it's kind of the opposite of what we just said about Catherine, where it is kind of for everybody. Like, it can appeal to very casual players, and it can appeal to, the
hardcore players,
hardcore, like, professional players.
I could agree with that too, because there's definitely people who's just like, I don't like fighting games. Fighting games is too hard. You come across somebody, but then they're like, wait a minute, this Dragon Ball FighterZ looks kind of cool. Like, I'll sit down and play it. So like,
they made it easier to play for like casual players just by adding one button in the Super Dash. Like, and I do get that the game feels kind of bloated right now with all the characters.
Yeah.
Like, welcome to Smash.
I was about to say that.
But it's not even just all the characters; it's all the like similar feeling characters. So kind of like Smash with sword fighters.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It might not be like top tier, but it's definitely a great game.
So I'm interested, Carl, because you're the first person I've ever heard that didn't think that like DB Fighters was not like Arc System's best game ever created. And I'm like, I would love to hear.
So it has nothing to do with like the mechanics of the game itself. For me, it's just Dragon Ball. It's just like, we need money. Let's parade out this horse. And it's like Dragon Ball is like iconic. It's iconic. But in my opinion, it's just not as great as people think. They remember it being really good, because it was something that a lot of people hadn't seen before. And like, it was kind of like a lot of people's first like foray into anime.
Right. Yeah.
But like when you go back and watch it after like you've kind of like exposed yourself to a whole lot of anime, you realize like it's kind of there's a lot of holes in it. And that's my only thing. Like Dragon Ball just doesn't have that same luster to me anymore.
So you were telling me you don't want to watch a whole season for
Absolutely not.
for a 6-minute blow up planet? 24 episodes for a 6-minute explosion.
Carl's old now, and he needs like stories and developing characters.
What are you talking about?
actual things that make
only
Stuff
only
good.
only thing that developed in Dragon Ball Z is Vegeta's neck.
Yeah, I saw that. Awesome character development.
But yeah, like I mean, like fighters. Yeah, like even I was playing fighters like when it came out, and like I think we were saying it a little bit before all stream. Like I don't play versus games, but I gave that one the old college try. So
because you had to.
That's true as well. I didn't have to.
You can't not play that one.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on Dragon Ball. Somebody's gonna hit me with a rock when I go outside.
Absolutely. I do believe the franchise as a whole is we're a little oversaturated with DBZ content, and I could see why that would affect somebody's opinion on Dragon Ball FighterZ, especially with the way just like we pointed out, they kick out new fighters every other week. Goku, except he's in black.
I mean, it's not that often. It's like what is it, like four or 5 a year?
Yeah,
maybe something.
Yeah,
maybe
now
more.
nowadays.
So
that thing up top.
Gaiman says, "Shut the hell up." That is Nani, and we're not going to discuss this any further. I mean, do we all agree? Is Dragon Ball?
I mean, I do.
Nani?
Good. There you go.
I'll say great.
Carl says great. How many say Nani?
I say Nani.
Gaiman says Nani. How many people say great?
No,
I say great.
I say great.
I'll say great.
Oof.
Sorry,
my vote
damn.
does not matter.
Damn. Yo, come in here, kidnap me, drag me off. You said Nani. No, I said great.
All right. Well, look, we got to get something up in there in Nani, and I think we're all going to agree with this one.
Yep, put it up there.
Yeah, just put up.
I'm not gonna consult anybody.
Yeah.
No, let's talk.
The council is unanimous.
let's talk
Grant
about
you the title of Nani.
I think we talked enough about Persona 5 in the last 3 or 4 episodes.
I was about to say that.
Like, they bet not.
Wait a minute. Can I switch it up for a minute?
Yeah, for sure.
So everybody played it, right?
Not me.
Not everybody. I just beat
it. Did y'all get far? Did anybody? A couple of us got far enough, like where we could romance somebody, right? Who is your girl of choice?
I forget the name. What's the one with the blonde hair?
Anne.
Anne.
I think I tried to shoot my shot with her.
A thinking man chooses Makoto, obvious
Well, I was using the wrong head to think, evidently, man.
I'm sorry. I feel like the thinking man goes with Kawakami. But maybe I just got to
I'm not mad at that.
I feel very out of place in this conversation. as usual.
Yeah, I don't think that's spoiler territory.
You and me both, JB.
Yeah, it's not.
But what I did learn late in the game is, I don't think this is a spoiler, but I wish I had knew earlier on, is that you can date multiple people, or you can attempt to date multiple people.
Just like
you can get them all.
Yeah, just like real life.
Just like Pokemon. Oh, you can get them all.
But you risk getting caught.
You got to trade with other people.
Oh yeah.
Just like real life, you risk getting caught.
Yeah. So if you take another girlfriend on a date, and one of your other girlfriends happen to be at the same location, you will screw it up.
You will get a court lacking.
And then there's like a couple special events too that like if you have too many girlfriends, yeah.
Was that before or after the orgy batch?
The orgy is going to be in Strikers. That's what's
right. Orgies and Strikers.
Oh, crazy.
But this game's not just a dating sim. Inside this game is like one of the best JRPGs that I think I've ever played.
Yeah, it's absolutely up there. Top 10.
And like this game, it tries to do so many things. And normally when a game tries to do that, it normally falters in one of the areas. Like Persona 5, it's a JRPG. It has a creature capturing element. It has the dating sim. It has the life management. There's so many things, but everything that Persona 5 does is so top tier. And with Royal, they just took what the original Persona 5 did and just made everything tighter and better. So crazy.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I'm like, Joe.
I knew we were getting something like that out of Mike.
Yeah. Hey. Just waiting to
wait till we get the Afro Samurai then.
I have never spent 120 hours in a campaign and then jumped right back in to spend another 120 hours in a campaign. Persona 5 made me do it.
Yeah, enjoyable.
It's pretty impressive.
GG's. Yeah. All right, Persona 5.
Persona 5.
What's next?
Nani. Let's I heard some people rambling for it. Let's talk about Pokemon. Now,
so for these games, I think it's really important that we focus on the game and not the anime.
Yes. Yeah,
like Carl might hate Dragon Ball or hate on Dragon Ball, but you have to be able to separate the anime from the game. And the same with
hate. So I can get cussed out properly.
Just look down on.
Never played a Pokemon game until Sword, and I only played like 10 hours of it. So I have no input hardly on Pokemon, and if I'm not mistaken, I hardly watch the anime. I would catch it sporadically here and there. I would see Team Rocket, but I don't know enough about the anime to talk, so I have to completely bow out of this conversation.
I mean, 10 hours in Sword, that's a decent amount.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the first season of the show in middle school, and I played Gen 1 and 2, and then that was it. Nothing else after that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think the furthest I got game-wise, I think was
I played a lot
Gold.
of Gen.
You did say you played a lot of Gen?
Gen 1 and 2.
Oh, Gen 1, I'm sorry.
So red, gold, silver. That was it.
So I'm not sure how long Sword is, because 10 hours in Persona 5 is nothing. Like you haven't done anything. So I'm not sure how in depth, how big Pokemon Sword is. So that's about my extent of it.
See, young Michael.
Damn.
The Pokemon games aren't about completing them. It's about collecting and trading and building up your Pokemon to fight.
Well, I tried that with women, and I got in trouble for.
Well, you're supposed to catch them all, not skeet them all. Okay, it's different.
Well,
it's different.
Catching them all is fine, but my trunk is only so big, and
he doesn't have the truck anymore.
Right? Yeah, right. Thank you. See, I'm thinking, man.
Sounds like you need some special candy.
It's about being.
So you would have got that. You would have got that reference if you were a Pokemon fan. So about Pokemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's the longevity of the series.
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they've been doing a good job over the years of taking care of the fan base. Yes, from generation to generation, the games do get repetitive, but they're still fun. And I think that's the most important thing. If you can continue to make the game fun and not, bore people to death with several different sequels, then I think that in itself is a success and puts the series in the good tier. So yeah, that's where I think it should go. There's nothing really great or naughty about the Pokemon series. It's just good.
Okay.
And it's always been good. It's always been consistent. So
it's all reliable.
I think they do a really good job too of like spacing the games too. Like you never get like, I never hear anybody saying like, "Oh, there's so many Pokemon games out there." I don't know what.
It was a little confusing with the like the Let's Go games, like the Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, or whatever the heck that was.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then Sword and Shield came out like soon after. Like as someone that doesn't really follow the series anymore, I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
I think there are at least 10 Pokemon themed games outside of the main series that are available right now. Most of them are mobile, and the number might be larger than that. And there's another one coming out soon.
So yeah, I mean, I played a lot of Gen 1 and 2, but then after that, I played like Pokemon Pinball on Game Boy. That game was great. Played Pokemon Snap is not a good game, but people love it. And then there's like Pokemon Stadium. I played a ton of Stadium.
Oh yeah, I love Stadium.
Like, the mini games are like better than Mario Party, at least in Stadium 2. And like doing all like the gym battles and everything, it was like, I mean, it's hours and hours and hours of content. But again, that's not the original series, so it like doesn't count.
Yeah, I was about to say, just to clarify for the audience, this is only the mainline RPGs. So like your blues, your reds, your yellows, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think they're good.
Yeah, I agree. You definitely can't knock it for how long that franchise has been able to stay relevant. To clarify, so Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, they were just basically remastering and retelling of Yellow.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
And it was all yellow.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I think you definitely have to give it to it for how popular it is and how good it how consistent it manages to stay. But the fact that from Red and Blue all the way up to Sword and Shield, how it's almost literally the same game with better graphics and more Pokemon is a little inexcusable.
They couldn't switch anything up.
No,
like anything innovative.
Outside of adding
I think you said the key word about Pokemon. That's consistent. It's consistent.
All right, so let's go ahead and put it in the good, I guess.
Okay, all right.
They might not win the championship, but they're definitely making it into the Hall of Fame.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
Next, let's talk about
you and me. Let's talk about all the things.
Mike champions this game a lot, and I want to hear his voice. So let's talk about
since we can't see your face.
Let's talk about Ni no Kuni.
Ni no Kuni, made by Level 5,
That's
if
correct.
I'm not mistaken. That is not mistaken, and it takes it looks like the Mayuza. I mess his name up, but you know what I'm talking about.
Studio Ghibli.
There you go, Studio. So I remember seeing the trailers for it. So I played the original Ni no Kuni on PlayStation 3. I remember seeing the trailers for it. Of course, it looks really good. RPG. Got the game. It's your typical turn-based RPG. Your typical young kid has to save the kingdom for, not anything super out the way. It was just a nice, enjoyable turn-based RPG. And it's been a while since I had played a nice turn-based RPG. And, I really liked it. Part 2, they switched it up. It wasn't as difficult, and the play style changed. I might get these mixed up, mix the games mixed up because it's been so while since I played them. If I'm not mistaken, the first one you could recruit the animals, like the monsters, to fight with you. Was that the second one?
No, you're right. That's the first one.
Okay. And I thought that was cool. There were so many different enemies that you can get in your party, and you can mix it up and so on and so forth. So it had that Pokemon feel to it, and it looked good. It played good. I beat it all the way through. Yeah, good game. Play it. It's cheap. And I think they remastered it on PlayStation 4.
Yeah, PlayStation 4, Xbox, I want to say, and Switch.
Really? Yeah, it did come out for Switch. You are correct.
The Switch is just a port. I'm sorry. The Switch version is just a port.
And it still looks good. I mean, it's, you can't go wrong with it. But yeah, very much anime-esque. So I had to put that on my list. I put part 1, like I said, over part 2. I think part 2, they dumbed down a little bit. It was a lot easier. I blast through 2. Like 1, there was some challenging parts. It wasn't any challenging 2. I think I was over leveled and I was just like one-shotting stuff. And yeah, so. Yeah. Anything else y'all need to know on it? Buy it. It was a good fucking game. I think it was.
All right, jeez.
All right, fine.
What is wrong with y'all?
What do you say?
999 hit points. I'm sorry, I'm playing.
Is it on Nintendo 64? Can I play it?
Did you say Steam?
I think it did go for Steam. Let me.
I think it did.
I can
double
do
check
Steam
right now while Mike vamps some more.
Yeah, not absolutely top tier, but it was a good game. Good, solid game.
I did like. So with its art, yep, it's on Steam.
Okay, we'll be playing it soon.
Yeah, man, it is really cool. So with the battle system, it does what Dragon Quest XI does, where it is turn-based, but you can still move your character within the battle space. So you can like dodge attacks and stuff like that in real time.
Yeah, and you still have to hit the button to actually attack, but it's still like turn-based. You still have to wait your turn. So
there's still timer cooldowns.
It's not like it's not like Final Fantasy 1 and 2 turn-based, but still same concept.
Mm-hmm.
I watched, oh my God, like just crazy side note. I watched somebody play Final Fantasy, I think it was Final Fantasy 1, and they tried to play it with all white mages.
Oh, bless this. They're glutton for punishment.
I've seen all
I feel like if I tried that, I'd get in trouble.
Yo!
Well, as long as you don't make, you would, because when the white mages turn into their new form, their hair is like red and looks like the cap. And you know what cap I'm talking about.
All right, where do we put No Kuni? So Ni no Kuni, what are we doing with it? Are we good with it being good, or?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
All right, yeah, I agree. And the other thing, like, I'm a big Studio Ghibli fan, and I was looking forward to a game with that art style. And this might be me personally. I don't think his art style translates well in the 3D world. Like, it doesn't look as good when it's not hand-drawn 2D art.
Agreed, yes.
Yeah, I can see that now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
What is this preview I see on Steam?
What was it?
There's like 4 or 5 different things that pop up on Steam, and one of them is free. So I'm looking at it. DLC. Damn it.
No.
Anyway.
Oh, while we're picking games that single people are championing, I'll bring up JB's banger, Mystical Ninja, starring Goemon.
Mystical Ninja?
Huh? No, I played Mystical Ninja, but like when it first came out a very long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Same.
Did you play this one that you have the image for?
Yes.
Okay, because there were the ones on Super Nintendo before it.
No, I played the ones on Super Nintendo.
I only played
which
the
were
64
great.
one.
The one that was released in North America on Super Nintendo is Legend of the Mystical Ninja, and that one. And then there were 2 or 3 or 4 others that were Japan exclusive that I just got the English translations for, so I'm going to play them. But that one for N64 is a completely changed the way the game was, because before it was like a top down. It was mostly top down, and you would like explore towns and stuff, and there were a lot of mini games. And then there was a 2D platformer section of each like stage. There were boss fights and everything, and there was like a funny storyline and good characters and stuff. The Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, the first N64 one, made it just a 3D adventure game. And in my opinion, it should always be talked about on the same level as Ocarina of Time on N64. It really is like just as good of a game. It's not quite as long as Ocarina of Time, but the story is good. The characters are good. The gameplay most of the time actually feels a little bit better as far as like just controlling your character and stuff. There's no like whack Z targeting you have to deal with. Like Z targeting is great when it works.
When it works.
If it just doesn't exist, then you don't have to worry about relying on it. But yeah, it's a great game. If you were to put Ocarina of Time at the very top of this list, then this game should be up there too.
Yeah, from what I remember, I agree, and I'll go a step further, and I would say that I liked the art style of Mystical Ninja more than I liked the art style of Ocarina of Time. I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think it was. Now it might be because it was a little less ambitious, maybe, than what Ocarina of Time was. As far as
I think I like the music better too. They're both very good.
Yeah, I would have to go back.
I think the Mystical Ninja one is a little better.
Yeah, I definitely remember having
putting in with anime games, but it's great.
Yeah,
I mean, Goemon had cartoons in Japan. It had comics, so like you can put it in there.
Yep.
Work with me here. I'm trying to. I'm trying to stretch trying to get away with stuff. We don't get many opportunities to talk about Mystical Ninja, so I shoehorned it in.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's gonna like beat us about it.
It's really good. It's really good. Everyone should play it.
Where, if it was solely up to you, where would you put Mystical Ninja?
If it were solely up to me, I'd put it at the top. I just think it's a fantastic game. I've played it through a bunch of times. Can't really think of too many things that I like would knock it for, you know?
All right.
Do any of the rest of you have any recollection of what Mystical Ninja is?
Oh, I don't.
I do. I remember the NES version. I mean the SNES version.
I remember hitting people with a flute and everybody.
You were
in the yo-yo. In the yo-yo.
In the yo-yo, yeah.
Well, so this is all this is JB's party. Whatever he says, I'm just gonna go with it.
I remember loving it. I would like to go back to it to make sure that it wasn't just like however old I was, me not knowing.
Yeah, like I mean, like from the way you guys talk about it, like I kind of want to see some gameplay now.
It was very fun.
So, how many of you, when there was like a game you really liked from like the 8 or 16-bit era, when you got your 3D sequel, it just like wasn't anything you wanted out of it, kind of like Donkey Kong 64.
Right.
You know, you're like, this isn't Donkey Kong Country. Like, I don't want it.
Right.
Mystical Ninja starring Goemon was completely different from the Super Nintendo one, and we still loved it.
Yeah.
Which was pretty impressive because we were not huge fans of Metroid Prime.
at all. Yeah, a lot of games didn't do well to 3D.
Castlevania.
Yeah.
An anime now?
Huh?
I said, does that count as anime now?
See, I was debating with myself on whether to throw it in a list or not because it does have an anime.
It is tipping the line.
It is. I know it was like tight roping, right?
That is an anime based on a game, not a game based on an anime.
Right. And Symphony of the Night, I kind of decided against it. I thought it would be too loose.
Right move.
So I guess Mystical Ninja is a Nani.
All right.
Right up there with Persona 5. Go play it. From Nani to not Nani, let's talk about to not Nani, Afro Samurai.
All right, JB, you up. This game is based off of
This is my area of expertise.
Yeah. The baddest black samurai on this side of Mississippi.
I'm not Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai was the most cash grabby.
Yeah,
throw something together and they're gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I don't remember that they weren't able to get Samuel L. Jackson for the game, were they?
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
I think it was just it was just disappointing. Like I just remember playing it and just like this ain't it.
It is honestly looking at this list now, I think it's unfair putting it in the same place as J-Star because like J-Star at least worked. Afro Samurai is broken.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
I would bump J-Star up to okay and like leave Afro in trash because Afro.
So J-Star gets to go up a tier because of how trash Afro.
After taking that second look at Afro, J-Stars isn't as bad.
You're welcome, J-Star fans. You think Afro Samurai?
I have no qualms or quarrels with that.
Because I pre-ordered Afro Samurai and I was like singing. I was like, this is gonna be the best game ever. I really love the anime.
Yeah.
I was just like, there's no way they're gonna drop the ball on this. I just want to be Afro Samurai. I want to slice some people up. And this game was so fundamentally broken.
And the game actually looked okay. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it looked fine.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I think I got this game through GameFly.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's still a thing. I was like, I want to play it. Like, it's gonna be great. And I just remember going from let's go to
let me send this back.
Yeah, it went back like the next day. Like
you are not missing anything by not playing Afro, JB. And I don't know if you played it, John.
No, I have.
Yeah, you missed that one thing. More brain space. Bless your soul.
Yeah, I mean, literally everything that could go wrong with a game, Afro Samurai did wrong. Like the hit detection was trash. The button layout was garbage. The only thing really good was graphically it matched the art style of the show, and the music was done by RZA from Wu-Tang. But I think
that RZA.
That RZA. So you don't confuse him with the other RZA. I didn't want y'all to confuse him with like RZA Johnson.
Right, yeah. Right, the guy we went to high school with.
RZA St. Clair.
Like, look, just because I'm here doesn't mean you need to explain where these guys are from.
Y'all done attacked JB.
Oh, you mean RZA Jackson from
goddamn Lombard Street?
I really like season 3 of Californication. Maybe it was 4. I forget.
But yeah, if y'all are curious, if you're truly curious, like don't play it. Like it's so bad. You can almost play anything that was on the Xbox 360 on the Xbox One and the Series X. This is one of those games that they refuse to make backwards compatible. For a reason.
That was smart decisions about that. Yeah.
It's not worth the time.
or the hard drive space.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even say that about Superman. I'm like, if you're curious, yeah, you go play it. It's worth it.
No.
This one, you're like,
I
Don't
would
listen to JB.
I mean, no, and here's the thing though, like Superman is a broken piece of trash, but like there is some fun that you can find in ironically playing Superman.
for sure.
Right. Like if you go back, like if you inspect a bad game and you go back and play Superman, you'll generate some laughs. You know?
Yeah, there's no laughs. The
Afro
laughs
Samurai is where fun goes to die.
There are many games that I've played that I would rather play Superman over.
But yeah.
what we got next. So yeah, Afro's horrible.
Let's see. Let's talk about something. Let's rinse our palates with something that we can agree is good. Let's talk about Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi.
All right.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Carl Man's game.
It's a man's game, right?
Yeah.
Budokai is
Budokai.
a man game.
Budokai.
Tenkaichi.
I saw the 3. I forgot it was Tenkaichi.
So like, yeah, like I mean like it I remember putting a lot of hours into the game though. I remember like playing it a lot with like friends and having a blast with it. Like this was like I was in high school, I think. Jeez. But like, I mean, it was fun. It's just arena fighters, man. I don't know what it is about arena fighters for me. I just can't get into it.
Yeah. Same thing for me. Arena fighters. I play them casually just to kind of mess around. I enjoyed the game for what it was worth.
Like a solid good.
Mhm.
Yeah, solid, good.
One thing
Yeah,
that
it was just
Was AJB?
yeah,
it was just fun.
Oh yeah.
it is fun. The one thing that I knock it for is I just hate, and I think you hit the nail on the head with the 3D fighter element. But when you mix arena fighter and Dragon Ball's flying mechanic, it just doesn't work for me. It just
Yeah.
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 trying to get me to fly and then hit you in a 3D space is it's so weird.
It's like I remember too, like some of the environment supposed to be destructible, and like you'll try to like fly through it and you'll just smack right into it and just keep flying. Meanwhile, your friends is spamming like key blasts from like the other side of the ring, like stupid. What are you thinking? You thinking trying to fly through that?
So we're gonna put it in the good category.
You could. I mean, well, what,
Okay.
so what's the J Stars kit?
J Star is okay. Maybe I should change.
I think it's a step above J Star.
All right, yeah, that's fair for me. I'm not gonna argue with anything. You know, it's
Maybe.
not Afro Samurai. And it's absolutely not Persona. So
I'm gonna change okay to something else because I'm gonna call okay like man.
yeah.
So
Okay.
my ratings for the games I play through are
Mhm.
whether or not I recommend them, and it
Mhm.
goes from highly to yes to meh to no to trash.
Oh,
Okay, so let's call
there's
it.
There's like a
So-
no, I don't recommend it, but like if you play it, whatever.
right.
I didn't recommend it, but then there's
Dude.
like a avoid this game.
You should have a tier. Like you should have like a sub tier between mad and trash. That's just like ironic. Only I recommend you play it ironically.
Yeah, there's a few that I would definitely recommend like that.
All right, let me see. Can I add a category? Or is that too late? No, it says add a row above, add a row below.
I mean, I think we're cool like here. Oh, like yeah, I'll put all these what you call this at the bottom.
Oh no, because now it doesn't
Ironic.
fit. Never mind, because it doesn't fit the overlay that I created.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You just gotta watch the whole video to know.
Yeah.
Listen to this explanation, and it will all be clear.
Context is important.
Can I make a request?
Yeah,
Can
sure.
I make a request for the next one? Can we talk about Asura's Wrath?
Hell yeah, we can talk about Asura's Wrath.
Asura's Wrath.
Please.
Because, oh man. So like, I've never really had like so much fun with a game ever. Like I had a blast with this game. And like the only thing I can really say bad about the game is like how Capcom released it.
Mm-hmm.
The only bad thing about the game, in my opinion, is like because they didn't give you the whole game. They cut like the last third of the game off. It was just like it's DLC, buy it later, and I'm just like, but it's ready now. What are you guys thinking? Like the game was like just something like you don't see it a lot in gaming, and it was over the top. The fights were like insane. Like once you did get like the DLC, you guys like these goofy Street Fighter fights in the middle of in the middle of the game, like where it would literally put you into like the Street Fighter 4 system and have you fighting. Like this game was so over the top, so fun. The voice acting was really good. I think the music was really good too, and it had like a pretty good story to it. Like I love this game. Like I would like a remake sometime soon. And I would play the hell out of it. Like, like bump that up to like 4K, give me 60 FPS, and let me just go nuts with this game.
It's very weird that nobody talks about this game like that, because it came out of nowhere, honestly, unless you were expecting it, I guess. And this game, one word to describe this game is probably bombastic, because it's just everything is so over the top, and the game opens up where like I can't remember, but like it's some sort of like meteor shower, and like the namesake character is like riding one of the meteors into Earth as he's like fighting this like space. It's insane. It is, the whole thing is just insane, and it just keeps escalating. And that was the first thing you see, and it gets crazier after that. It's now the one thing I do knock it is there's a lot of QuickTime events, and that game came out during the time that a lot of games were doing QuickTime events, like a lot. So a lot of people were knocking it, but it was so fun, and it looked so good.
The stuff that was going on in the background of those QuickTime events were like nuts. Like they were distracting to the point where you would miss the QTE event. Like
oh my god.
Oh man, like that game was so much fun. I want to play it again now.
Yeah.
Like I might have to.
I think it is backwards compatible. If you have the 360 version, you can play it on the Xbox One or Series X. Yeah, so it's definitely worth checking out, especially if like you're a giant anime fan and you're into those animes with like big bombastic fights. This has it like in aces.
Yeah, like this game animes better than most animes.
Absolutely.
like that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
So is it at the top?
Whew, is it, Nani?
I'm down for putting it at 90 tier. Yeah.
I'm with it. Mike kind of went away. He was the other person who played it, but when he comes back, he can fight for it.
I'm right here. I'm sorry, I'm getting harassed.
No, you're fine.
What game was that?
Asura's Wrath.
Asura's Wrath.
Oh yeah, man. I enjoyed that. That was a hidden gem for me because I played it and it was a Capcom game, not knowing what to expect, and it was just over the top. It was great. Some guy transformed the size of the planet and tried to finger me, and I punched his finger back at him. Finger me, punch your finger away.
I love it.
He's literally not lying.
And I think the ending kind of like left you on a cliffhanger, and they never made a part 2, if I'm not mistaken.
It might have been. Did you play the DLC for it? Because there was like DLC.
You broke up a little bit.
Did you you play the DLC? Play the DLC for it? Because like it split the end of the game off. Yeah. So there was DLC for it, and like it split like a third of the game off.
Oh,
like
okay.
The final third
of everything.
Anyway, so
is it on your Xbox?
Yeah.
Then I need to.
Yeah, it is.
So man, I'm debating picking it up now. So it's not. I was double checking. It is not on Steam, but it is backwards compatible via on Xbox. So
yeah, it's just an action game. You're just running around, just punching shit in the face, literally, just everything. I'm talking about mad. Oh.
So I guess it's Nani.
Yeah.
No objections. Next, let's talk about
love.
Let's talk about love. Otherwise known as Genshin Impact.
So yes, you actually convinced me to play Genshin Impact because of the Legend of Zelda connection. I was told Legend of Zelda for the. I'm sorry, what's the name of the Legend of Zelda for the Switch?
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. Yes, I was told Breath of the Wild was a good game, and I was just like, oh, maybe it's like okay. And I played it, and I was like, God damn it, it is good. So, and since that was good, you were just like, it's another rendition of it. So I downloaded it, and yeah, I liked it. It's cool. Very anime-esque. You get to switch characters, and each character does something a little different. I enjoyed it. I didn't delve into it a lot, but enough for me to, dip my palate into it and kind of like it. So yeah.
I did not think this game was going to get as popular as it did.
Right. Yeah, it got pretty huge.
Like, yeah, it blew up. Like to combine like an RPG and a gacha game.
Mm-hmm.
And for it to, how much? It made a ton of money like that.
It's not like it was free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it got to a point where like everybody I knew was playing it, and it was just like, you're playing it, right? I'm like, I dabbled a little bit. Like, I don't think it's for me, and they like stopped talking to me for like a week.
Damn.
Rightfully so. Going against the grain.
Exiled.
Yeah. But it looks gorgeous. Like it drops like how often do they make new characters? Like
they just dropped another one. Yeah.
And like, man, I watch people play it a lot now. Like I haven't been playing it. But like, man, I just did not think this thing was going to take off like that. Especially with the fact you have to like, oh, I really like this character. Like, let me roll for it.
Yeah.
Like that aspect, like that aspect like kills me, and I'm just like, like the amount of money people spend on this game is like, it's crazy. I don't want to go down that dark path.
It's a dark path to go down.
It's a dark path.
Thank you, EA.
Yeah.
What's the currency you got Genshin Impact? Is it coins, right?
It's something like that.
South.
No.
Coins,
I never played it. I just saw it.
I'll do something strange for a few coins.
Yeah. I'm trying to get
Like I sucked into the microtransaction black hole.
Yeah. Yeah, the gacha element is definitely shady as hell, which is one reason why I would not. It definitely benefited from being free to play and coming out during a pandemic, and borrowing some of those mechanics from Breath of the Wild.
Good mechanics to borrow from.
Yeah. I don't knock it. I wish more games do it.
It could borrow from Afro Samurai.
No. Please don't.
Maze walking to you. What's going on, man? I need the head of the Shogun. What? The hell are you doing, mate? Go throw some fireballs.
So where would we stick Genshin Impact?
I don't know. It seems like it was good.
Seems like it's good. Carl, you good with good?
I can play it.
Or you want it to be good?
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good.
Got us?
Mike's dead.
I
Me
will
kidding.
I will take his silence as consent.
No, I'm sorry. Somebody was up. I had to run and pick somebody up. I'm sorry. And
No,
I
you're fine.
think y'all wanted to hear people get in the car, door slamming.
I do.
It was that samurai mage that I was just talking about. I picked her up. I'm gonna kind of leave that open to you guys because I played enough to like play it. Like I didn't get enough into it to like really, really rank it. I enjoyed it. It was just solid, okay for me. Like, all right, it's a free game. I would recommend it. So,
All right, cool.
so I would just say okay.
We stuck it in our good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Don't advertise it.
Something else will fall down there. We'll just have to figure out what.
Oh Lord, yeah, it might be.
So we're running a
pretty
little
girthy.
over our run time. So how about this? Let's pick one more game. And Carl, if it's cool with you, if your schedule will allow it, would you want to come back and do like a part 2?
Yeah, I'm down.
Nice.
Just let me know when.
Hell yeah, man. Let's pick one more game.
Let's pick a fighting game.
All right. Let's pick a fighting game.
Oh no, I didn't play that game. Who played the Kill game? That's a fighting game. Who played because I enjoyed the anime, but I didn't play the game because it is an arena fighter and arena fighters.
I
mean, we could speed run some of these arena fighters if you want.
Yeah, because they're all the goddamn same.
Sure. Kill the Kill. Disappointing. No, does anybody want to say anything about Kill la Kill? I mean, I played it.
I saw it and I was like, cool, Kill la Kill game. I'm not playing it.
And which is funny, if I'm not mistaken, Brian, you told me that the demo was up. I downloaded the demo and just like never played it. So it just like sat on my hard drive and I just never touched it. Because that's an anime arena fighter. I just knew it was going to be that. It just, the girl would just be half naked with scissors doing arena fighter stuff.
It sucks because it checked on paper. It checked so many boxes. It's made by Arc Systems. It's based on Kill la Kill, like one of my favorite single season animes that I've ever seen. And it's just so average. Like it's
extremely
super simplistic fight system. It's like a heavy attack, a light attack, and a dodge. That's it.
That's it. Bless your soul. Maybe a special. One button special.
There's a versus. There's a story mode that goes through season 1, which it's fine. All the cutscenes are animated and it looks good. And there's like a horde mode where like you're just going through like bashing against dumb, like Dynasty Warrior-esque bad guys.
Like literally the horde from World of Warcraft is
Yeah.
orcs shit that just don't make any sense. Like, what the hell is a shaman doing on this game?
Cutting your way through a bunch of Versace suits.
Yeah, literally. I definitely wouldn't say it's trash because it does some things good, but it definitely is very meh.
This doesn't do it for you.
Doesn't do it for you.
Say meh seems appropriate.
Yeah.
All right.
It ain't Afro, but don't go out your way.
It's definitely not Afro. Jump Force.
Yeah.
J-Star with better graphics.
Yeah,
Man.
pretty much.
Man.
Not necessarily
Put
better.
it at the top of meh.
The top of, I moved it.
It's S tier, man.
First class man. we said we're going to go through the 3D fighters. My Hero One's Justice.
I actually have it for the Switch, and I never touched it, so no clue.
I don't know why they bothered to change the name. I read the theory that they were worried that Americans were going to see the word academia and thought it was like some nerdy school game. So that's why they had to take academia out of the title.
I mean, everybody watches the anime. Why would they mistake it for something different? Now?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Like, you're not drawing any new people in with this game. This game is for people that know what My Hero Academia is.
It's literally the hero drawn on the cover, like you're gonna go in and mistaking it for an encyclopedia game.
So my thing is, it's like, so did anybody play it?
I played one.
No.
It was fine. It's literally.
How was the story mode?
You said one? They made a second part?
They did make a second one.
There was two.
The second one is literally the first one, just with more characters, and it just.
Oh.
The first one went through season 1. The second one goes through season 2. That's literally the only difference. The story mode is lackluster. It's told by stills. You know how cheap anime games do. It's just stills with the characters and the text.
Put that thing under kill or kill. That's all I need to hear.
Are we mad? I wouldn't say it's trash because it does play fine. It's not broken or anything, but yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to play it.
Well, we just know in our mind, the Kill is just the upper tier, man.
Yeah. Okay.
And My Hero's a lower tier.
Absolutely.
But it's not Afro. It's not Afrotized.
It's not Afro trash.
Attack on Titan. Did anyone play that?
Played the first one. It was fair. It was Attack on Titan. Played pretty well. You slide around, snapping, hitting the necks on a Titan. Again, I heard 2 was a little bit better. I didn't play 2. My nephews love 2, but they also love 1. But then again, they're kids and they don't know what the hell they like. So
I think it's I messed around with, like, I saw a demo for it and I messed around with it a little bit. And I felt like the controls were kind of clunky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like a solid, man.
Yeah. Again, it wasn't anything great. It could have been really. I'm pretty sure most of these man games could have been really good, but yeah, Attack on Titan could have been a lot better, but it wasn't. So, man.
Yeah, I liked the direction that they were trying to go. I think out of all the animes that they turn into Dynasty Warrior-like games, I think Attack on Titan benefits the best from that game design. And swinging around feels so good when you figure out how to do it. But the game, once you play one level of it, you have played the whole game. It's literally just a bunch of
literally.
And it
just
never,
killed different looking Titans.
Literally. Yeah, I definitely would put it. I would put it in maybe like between Kill la Kill and J-Star.
Meh.
Yeah.
Are we gonna? So we doing this again, or we just gonna speed run through the rest?
We're doing pretty good until we get to a game that. I mean, stop the speed run if you feel like we need to talk about this game.
I mean, we could do like. I'm sure we could do like One Punch Man and Guilty Gear and BlazBlue.
Yeah.
And Dragon Ball Kakarot pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of those.
Make this happen.
One Punch Man?
What's that? Didn't play it. Just assumed it was Arena Fighter. It was all the same.
Ironically, I would put it near the top of man, just because, like, I think it's like if you pick One Punch Man on your team, you're sitting there waiting for him to get there.
Yeah.
So does he literally one punch you on this game as well?
He's like top tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like that's.
But you can't use him for a certain amount of time, right?
Yeah, I love
Is that how the
mechanic there. You have to wait for him. You have to make sure you don't die before he makes it there. I do like that mechanic.
So like, yeah, I think that's pretty unique for your an arena fighter. So like,
and the one thing it suffers from, it's not the game's fault, but just there aren't a lot of, and I'm probably going to get thrashed for this. There aren't a lot of cool characters in One Punch Man.
Nope.
No, like I think that's you.
Like, I don't want to be Munin Rider. Like, I don't.
I like him. Oh,
But I think that's the point of
Yeah.
One Punch Man.
Yeah, I think that is literally like it just pokes fun at itself.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, it's definitely like a parody of the shonen genre.
Right.
The O.
Yeah.
And it works in the show, but I think translating it into a fighting game where you're literally not supposed to pick the one cool guy in the show. It's just dumb idea. Very mad. All right. On to the next one. Dragon Ball Kakarot. Actually, I think we need to talk about
lackluster.
Let's put this
It
back.
could have been good.
Yeah, agreed.
Right.
Yeah, lackluster could have been good. So much hype.
Just
Again,
throw it in
it's the same Dragon Ball story we've been playing for years. It
with
just
experience
looks a little
points.
bit better. Like,
And it's like just as grindy as the series.
oh, man, like
I knew something was up. The game was $60, and the next week it was $40. I think
was
me and
20.
Brian and I were like talking about it, like, yo, this game's $40, 5 days already. Something's. Yeah.
there was literally a Game Boy Advance Dragon Ball game that was an RPG that was like
Great.
I feel like
played
it was. Yeah, like what was it, like a Legend of Goku or the story of Goku
it
or
was
something
like
like
an
that.
action. Yeah.
Like that was dope. Like
And
Kakarot, I knew what I was getting into as soon as I saw it. I was like, oh, it's Xenoverse, except they're not doing anything special with the story this time. It's just the story.
and if I'm not mistaken, there was like a legit turn-based 8-bit or 16-bit like RPG Dragon Ball Z game. So
That was an import, right?
Yeah, it was an import. And I think someone like English translated. So for them to kind of crap this out when you had two other good games where you could have like looked at for RPG and influences, give a Budokai with experience.
Because like I'm telling you, like Kakarot, like once you play through it again, and it's just like you realize that there's nothing extra going on. It's just a regular story with like a new coat of paint on it. Like there's nothing special about it. Xenoverse was better. I think Xenoverse was better than Kakarot.
Here we are.
The fact that they didn't see the irony of making a Dragon Ball Z game and then putting a bunch of filler in between the fights is insane to me. So are we is this the second trash game? Are we saying DBZ Kakarot is trash?
I'm willing to put it in trash at that price. Yeah.
Ooh, spicy. All right.
I was not expecting that. I'm okay with it.
JD separate. If you come for us in the comments, I did not co-sign that.
Yeah. We're going to get in trouble for that one.
Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. The whole series, so 1 through 4.
I'm not going to lie, because I'm definitely about to get in trouble for this one, I think. I think it's great, actually. I would put it up there. It's pretty, like...
I would put that, over top of some of the other arena fighters. I agree. If I had to place anyone or any series, it would probably be the Naruto one.
The story mode is done, I think, a lot better than the other arena fighters. Mm-hmm. I think Naruto characters fit an arena fighter, mechanics a lot better. Mm-hmm. The combos are pretty cool looking. Mm-hmm. Like across the game, like it's I really think the game is great.
I'm not mad at it. And one thing that the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games do that other arena fighters don't do is they do a good job of mixing up what you're doing. So like you're fighting in a match, and then there's like this quick time event, and then there's like some other thing happening. It's not always just like the same thing. And like you said, like the cutscenes are so well animated and voice acted. So I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. I'll go with that too. I'm no problem with it.
And like it does follow like the Naruto storyline, just like Kakarot, but the difference is Kakarot's been done a million times already.
Literally,
Naruto is kind of still fresh-ish. So,
hey, at least Dragon Ball FighterZ was like a completely new story.
Yeah, it was his own, like standalone thing, and it was. I mean, it was a story. I won't say it was a good story. It's a story.
It was new though.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. You gotta make people play through the same story that they've been dealing with forever.
We've seen Nappa finger Southtown like a million times already. Or whatever town it actually was. I don't remember.
So we're all in agreement that UNS is good. How good are we saying?
I will put it above the kill tier. Yeah, we are right now.
So
we're gonna put that.
I think it's actually great. I think it's the pinnacle of arena fighters.
I agree. So it needs to be above the other arena fighters somehow, some way. Where you guys put it at, you can have it, but it should be above the rest of them.
Great. I think great or good, like depending on what you guys think.
So putting it in great, we're saying that it is better than Pokemon. Are we in agreement that Naruto UNS?
Okay, no. Well, no, it's better than Pokemon.
Yeah,
it's better than Pokemon. It's better than Pokemon.
Do it. Like
we did it. It is done.
Just creating content.
Like and subscribe.
I'm trying to save the ones that we're definitely going to want to like talk about. Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise. It's another Dynasty Warrior like with the Fist of the North Star IP.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
it was adequate.
It didn't do anything spectacular. Yeah, as most women tell me.
I feel like Dragon Ball Kakarot needs some company, man.
Trash.
Really?
I've played Fist of the North Star games that were better than this.
A lot better. So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I don't really think like a lot of those anime Dynasty Warrior games, I don't think most of them aren't really good.
Yeah, they're just dumbed down versions of Dynasty Warriors, and that's
like, let me get this power fantasy of being this 7 foot tall, like muscly dude swinging something at like these hordes of people.
So are we throwing One Piece in that same tier? Because that's almost the same thing.
The One Piece adventure game? I would say...
Oh, I'm sorry. The adventure game is a different one, right?
Oh, I forgot. Okay, yeah. So there is a fan base out there for that One Piece Pirate Warrior thing.
Right. That's
everything.
Yeah. I mean, there is.
Yeah, the people who play it do like it. I will say that.
I mean, yeah.
That is a thing.
I didn't play any. I didn't play any of them, so this is up to you guys.
For the people.
For the people.
Yeah, I think it's perfect there.
We'll keep it out the trash.
Yeah, for the people. We think about y'all.
One Piece World Seeker, that is another story. So this is an open world action game so they use One Piece's stretchy arms as a traversal mechanic, so it kind of plays a lot like Spider-Man in that sense. Where you use
like that, JB, his stretchy arms.
It always makes you think of like
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, they kind of swinging around, but like it falls into the same problem that Kakarot falls into, where like it has this big open world and there's nothing happening in it. So you're spending a lot of your time just going from mission to mission, like, and
aimlessly. It's looking crazy.
Yeah. So dumb. World Seeker sucks. It's trash. End of story. All right, now I guess we're back to the stuff that we kind of need to talk about. Danganronpa.
Right. Good game. What game is that?
But I practiced that. I practiced saying it, and then here it is. Here we are.
You said it correctly every single time. And then
Danganronpa.
Here we
now
go.
we're gonna have to put a disclaimer on this video, that we're not
right.
rapists
What's happening?
The views expressed by Michael Peace might not say
Man, how'd I get the chance for it, bro? Town City messed this up.
Danganronpa.
Danganronpa. So yeah, I guess that's the one
That's you.
I'll be talking about.
Yeah, this is jam.
So Danganronpa, the story of it anyway is these kids that are the best in their field of certain things, whether it's like math, literature, being a delinquent in general, get kidnapped and put into this school, and they're like, hey, you gotta stay here forever. If you want to get out, all you gotta do is kill somebody and get away with it.
Oh, that's easy.
So the game itself, it's a visual novel, but it's also murder mystery and a trial based type of game, like the Phoenix Wrights games.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're going around, you're living your regular school life. Well, how regular you can make it anyway. Being kidnapped and trapped in a school with no teachers, anything like that. And you're going around waiting for somebody to get murdered, and then you're collecting evidence and having a trial to figure out who the murderer is. Because if the murderer gets away with it, everybody else dies. So it's pretty what you go. Like the game itself is like visually it's really good. And the story of it, they actually expanded it to about 3 different games, and I think those 3 games also have like there's 2 spin-offs respectively, which are trash. But the main game lines themselves are really good, and you're sitting there, you're trying to solve this mystery, and you're trying to find your way out of the school at the same time. And as far as visual novels go, I think it's probably up there in like. Most people hold it in regards and maybe I think like the top 10 best visual novels. So it's pretty good. And the art, well, I said this already, but the art's really good. The music is really good too. Like the music is like maybe a tier below Persona.
Ooh.
So it's definitely like if you want to try visual novels, it's definitely a good gateway to visual novels. Danganronpa was my first visual novel that I played that I can talk about.
Persona music slaps.
I am kicking myself because you mentioned Phoenix Wright, and I love the Ace Attorney franchise, and we did not put it. It's not here. I feel like an ass.
Shame on you, bro.
But
shame on you.
I will say I've never heard of the franchise before recently. The most recent one on the PS4 got a demo, right? And I played it not knowing what the game was. And going into that game blind is really a slap in the face. It is so crazy figuring out what that game is, not knowing what that game is.
The one with the demo, was there like a girl on the cover of it?
I think so. Hold on.
So I think that was that weird third-person shooter one that they tried to put together, which I was like, what are you guys doing? Just stick to like the normal Danganronpa stuff and you'll be fine.
Do they all have the black and white bear?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then I don't know.
What's it? Monokuma.
I do like the art style. The art style is super dope. And the music is good.
Oh yeah.
The music is good.
Better than Persona good?
Not better than Persona, no. But it's pretty damn good.
let's hold our horses here.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on, because I took a small note. Yeah, the composer for Danganronpa is Masafumi Takeda,
Of course.
and he worked on Killer 7 and No More Heroes.
Ooh. Okay.
So
I'm a big Suda 51 fan, man. You might you're making a good case.
It's a really good game. I really think it's really a good gateway game for visual novels.
So is that a great tier?
Yeah. No, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say great. I say good because it's not for everybody. You're not like some people don't want to play games and read all day, and like there's a lot of that.
That's a good point.
I would say
because I think if we were doing
who wants to read?
I'd probably have to do the same thing.
Yeah, reading's hard. I just had to play Shadowgate. It's a lot of reading, man. Game's hard.
Are you thinking you gonna make me read?
I used to love those.
I didn't come here to read.
I used to love those Shadowgate. I got in trouble one time because I got stuck on Shadowgate for NES, and I called like the Nintendo hotline or one of those hotline things, and I was on it for a while. And it cost like a lot of money. And when the phone bill came, mother was like, "Who was calling?"
You really called one of those? Like, it's like
hell yeah! Have you not played Shadowgate?
Yeah, Shadowgate's hard, dude.
Yeah, it is legit like hard.
I got lucky with a few things.
Oh my goodness!
It's hard.
Mike was like, "Can you help me, please?
Can you help me? I got the
that voice.
I got myself stuck in the Nintendo again." He's like, "Whoa, but wrong hotline."
You need 911. That's the one you need.
Yeah. You need psychiatric help.
All right. Let's talk about this banger real quick. The World Ends With You.
Oh, banger. So we banging this one out?
We
banging it out?
Oh, how did he do it?
Why would you say that? Why I stopped and you just sucked me back in? We banging this one out.
So to be clear, we're talking about the original release on the DS because this thing got ported a lot. And
yes. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was going to say I almost feel bad because you have recommended this game to me 1,000 times and I have yet to partake on it. I think it's literally on like the iPhone and iPad, and I still haven't. So I'm just gonna pretend like I played it and say it was great. Game is great, bro. Thanks for recommending it to me.
So the one problem
play it all the time.
The one problem with the ports is that it loses a lot not being played on the Nintendo DS because the fight mechanic, the way the game played was you had a party of 2 and the battles took place on the top screen and the bottom screen, and each individual was on either screen and you had to manage both of them at the same time.
Yeah, it was designed for the DS, designed for 2 screens.
Yeah. And the ports just don't do it justice.
So did they port it correctly to like the iPad and iPhone because of touchscreen, or they just didn't even bother because it was just like, no?
It's two screens.
Like,
I don't know.
Right, but I figured they might have just like put a line on the screen, but I guess that would have been too much. So no, just shut up and play it.
It had some weird like touch and scratch type mechanics too, right?
Yep. Yeah, it really like utilized the touchscreen like fully. And the story,
I remember
you're licking it. Like taste the rainbow.
So the story
is big finisher.
You play as this one kid. You just wake up in the middle of like some fantasy version of Shibuya, and you have a timer on your hand, and you have to figure out what's going on before that timer on your hand runs out, or else you die.
Oh, escalated quickly.
Yeah. And I'm trying not to like venture into spoiler territory because the more blind you kind of go into this game, the better.
Yeah, don't ruin it for me. I'm going to play it one day.
It is
really
fun.
Again, You can watch it because it's getting an anime this year.
Yes, and I seen the trailer and it looks good.
Well, maybe so it's coming out in 2021.
Yes,
I'm like 80% sure.
Okay, well maybe I'll try to play the game and coincide with the anime.
find a DS and play that one, please.
All right, I have a DS.
Well, find the game on DS. So I would say, see, God, putting Pokemon there really is like chapping my ass because I really think this game is great.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair to put this game above Pokemon.
Yeah,
I actually think it is.
yeah.
It's a really good game. Like you're like it has like a huge following. People love this game. Like if they know about it, they love it. Like if they love it, they tell somebody. If they get the person to play it, they're gonna love it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
there's not many games that warrant the existence of the Nintendo DS. That game does.
This is why.
All right, we're almost done, man. This is like the home stretch. 3 more games.
Mr.
Let's do.
I can speed run that one if you want. It's good though. Actually, I'll say it's great. So since you grabbed it, like this is SD G Generation's Crossrays, right?
Yes.
The game is actually a strategy game. Kind of like your XComs and like Gears Tactics and games like that. But it's with Gundams. And the Crossrays version of the game, it actually takes you through all the scenarios for the non-mainline Gundam series. So that's like Wing, Sea Destiny, Double O, not Unicorn, and Iron Blood Orphans, which there's mainline Gundam, and then there's side story Gundams, and like these cover all the side story ones.
Okay.
And you get to make your own character. You get to build your own Gundam. Well, not your own Gundam, but like you're building like Gundams from any of those series, and you go out and you assist the main characters of the scenario that you're going through, with completing certain tasks and missions that happen in the actual series. So the game, like I said, it's a strategy game. So like it's something that like if you're in the strategy and you're in the Gundam, like you're gonna love it. They animate the combat really well. So like every Gundam has like at least 3 to 5 attacks that they will get. And if you choose to have the battle actually animated, you actually get to see those animated just like they were looked in the actual animated themselves. Like they put a lot of love into this game, and there's a huge Gundam community that I found when I started playing this game. And like the game is just if you're into strategies, it's actually strategy type games. Like it's really amazing. And like if you're not and you're really into Gundam, it's still pretty amazing because you get to relive the stories and everything like that. So I definitely say somewhere between good to great for the Crossways, depending on like if it really depends on your taste in games.
Cool. I'm glad that there's a community around that actually appreciate the time and effort that they put into the game, especially if the game is good.
Yeah, like they definitely, it's definitely a Crossrays is the newest one. There's another one coming soon, but Crossrays is the newest in the SDG generation series.
Okay.
And they definitely put a lot of love into it. Like you could tell, like whoever made the game is like, we really love Gundam.
We really love Gundam.
All right, so we've been using Pokemon as kind of like the bar between good and great.
They're the gatekeepers.
They are the gatekeepers of great. Would you say that Gundam is better than Pokemon.
Drum roll.
No.
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 Oh.
Only because the Gundam series, it's inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
Very inconsistent. Pokemon is consistent, and that's where the line is.
Because
you mean game wise inconsistent or like
game
the actual
game wise?
Okay. Yeah. That's true. Very true.
Jay, you said you were playing a free-to-play Gundam on the PS4, right?
Yeah, Battle Operation 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, that's actually like one of the first Gundam games where I actually, so I've had the opportunity throughout my life to play all the bad Gundam. I always seem to pick the ones where the Gundam community completely hates. Mm-hmm. But Battle Operation 2 is actually the first one I've actually played where it's simple. It's simple as hell, but it's fun. And like a beginner can jump in and play. But the mechanics really aren't that advanced. But once you get good, you're really good. So if you don't get good, you're pretty much wasting your time.
Get good.
All right.
Yeah, I will kind of say the same thing about Cross Race too. Like you gotta want to play a strategy game, and like if like you can't wrap your mind around that, then you might not have fun with the game. Looks great though. Looks great. All the music's there. All the Gundam music is there. So.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I don't like to do a whole bunch of thinking, so.
Nothing really draws you into most of the Gundam games is the graphics and the music, but like what really sets them apart is like the gameplay is the fun factor is inconsistent.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with that.
All right,
get your SD.
2 more, and they are some bangers. We got let's start.
Yeah, we banging all this stuff.
Let's start with
BlazBlue.
And with that embodies all the BlazBlue fighting games. So cross tag and all of them. How we feel?
I felt really good when you said cross tag.
Yeah, I've just kind of played the BlazBlue games, just from you guys being down the shop and the fighting game stuff. I like the way it feels. It feels smooth. Most of I'm just a novice when it comes to fighting games, so usually when I go to pull off the stuff, it comes out pretty good. I'm not too sure about stories and stuff like that. I'm familiar with a few characters, but I'm pretty sure there are some BlazBlue games that are better than others, but I don't recall playing one, and I just played it, and I was yuck, I'll never play it again. But you call them far more in depth with the fighting games than what I am.
So I actually prefer BlazBlue over Guilty Gear.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I can see that. Yeah.
Like I play more BlazBlue games.
Or cross tag.
Say it again.
No,
yeah. Like I came in with the first BlazBlue I played was Chrono Phantasm, which was I think the one before Central Fiction. So like I play like regular BlazBlue, and like I said, I personally like it more than Guilty Gear.
So yeah, just as a franchise, you like it better.
Yeah. So like even though like some of the characters kind of are like they kind of spit the same aesthetics.
Yeah.
I like the characters and the way BlazBlue plays more than Guilty Gear, and this is like purely on like a mechanical level. Story wise, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, so it's not just me.
No. Like I think like if it's not like a MK, actually if it's not MK, you shouldn't worry about fighting.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Street Fighter story. Like, is it fair? Yeah. Do you know a ton about it? Probably not. Mortal Kombat is like the only one.
Yeah, with the
Injustice doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah, it technically does. But like BlazBlue is enjoyable. I actually think the music is better in BlazBlue too. I like the music a lot more. Like I'm a heavy guitar riff guy, and like there's better ones in BlazBlue.
Was it BlazBlue or Guilty Gear that had that one stage where there's just like a dog barking the whole time? I can't remember. I just remember like doing some tournament, and they were like always playing on this one stage, and it was just a dog barking in the background
the whole time.
I think it's Guilty Gear. That sounds really Guilty Gear-ish.
Guilty Gear.
But yeah, like I said, like BlazBlue in general, like it has some really good memories for me. I played Guilty Gear too, and I just respect the hell out of those Guilty Gear guys because I don't understand. And BlazBlue just makes a little bit more sense. I think BlazBlue is kind of a dumbed down version of Guilty Gear, though.
Yeah, I think it's a little simpler.
Yeah. But like I said, I enjoyed it.
Those are
I don't know if either is a great game. I don't know.
So here's the thing. So those two are our last two games, right? BlazBlue and Guilty Gear. Those two and Dragon Ball FighterZ or Fighters, I'm sorry, they're all unfairly going to be compared because they're all Arc System games, right?
Right.
So
I don't know, because like I mean, like they are, but they're different.
mm,
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, like all three are very different games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played a Guilty Gear. I've played a BlazBlue more than a Guilty Gear. I think I played like maybe the first two Guilty Gears, but I'm pretty sure the game has changed so much since then that I couldn't give a fair rating on each. So
It's important because they are different, but they're also so similar. It feels weird giving them like different ratings.
Yeah.
I would second that. I would actually. I just thought about it because I had to get out of my mind. We're not comparing the games really to each other, but how does each game series stand in its own merit?
mm-hmm.
And I would put BlazBlue and Guilty Gear great alongside Dragon Ball FighterZ and what we have at great.
That's what
That's fair.
yeah, that's fair.
I mean, you don't get to be just like an okay game when you're this popular. You know?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, I mean it's
we say that, but then there's like Pokemon and I don't know.
touche.
You don't get to be this popular in competitive communities if you're just an okay game.
Agreed. There you go. That makes way more sense.
In casual communities, for sure, and just be okay.
Versus at the shop, I'll get a casual player wanting to come in and play J-Stars, but I don't think we've ever played like an arena fighter at any of the tournaments. Have we, Carl? Have we ever did it?
Unless it was like brand new.
Have I played an arena fighter at a tournament?
No, I was just saying like at this like consistent, like people come in and we do BlazBlue or Guilty Gear at least, way more times than we've done a Naruto or J-Stars. Tournament.
I would say like the only competitive 3D fighter communities will be
Tekken.
I mean arena, not 3D.
Okay.
Pokken.
Yeah, Pokken.
Pokken is above everything.
Oh man, that's another one we missed out on.
Pokken. The Gundam 3D ones are kind of popular, believe it or not.
Oh.
The arena Gundam ones, like they still do tournaments for those in like the Cydia.
That's cool.
And like those are like maybe like the top of like arena fighters.
Okay.
Right? But like that's something different.
Yeah, so it's hard to not put them in the great tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did.
All right. So,
we did the thing.
Yeah, we did. We did good. So since you're our guest, would you do the honors of just reading out what we have on each tier, and then we'll wrap this thing up?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nani tier, the tippy top. We got Persona 4 Royale, Mystical Ninja Goemon, and Asura's Wrath. Undisputed. Great tier. We got Catherine Full Body, Dragon Ball FighterZ, BlazBlue, Guilty Gear, Naruto Ninja Storm, and The World Ends With You. Good tier. All mainline Pokemon games. The standard. That's the standard, right?
Yeah.
We got No Kuni, Gundam Cross Rays, Danganronpa, Dragon Ball, Budokai Tenkaichi, and Genshin Impact.
Okay.
Now, mid tier, we got Jump Force, One Punch Man, J-Star versus Plus, Attack on Titan, Kill la Kill, My Hero One Justice, and the One Piece Pirate Warriors. And in the trash tier, we got that One Piece World Seekers, Fist of the North Star. Was that Lost Paradise?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I hear the rocks coming right now. Afro Samurai.
Yeah. All right. So that wraps up. There were a few that we kind of just forgot here and there, some honorable mentions, but I think we got a nice list here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is MAP's anime list. Don't come for us in the comments because we don't want to hear none of that.
No,
Also,
Okay.
Yeah, like
we welcome him in there. Okay, all right.
we
well,
welcome
bring the hate.
interactions. Oh,
Bring the hate. Because if you get on our nerves too bad, we are going to send the Black Samurai down there to you. There you see him. So yeah, thank you, Hino, for hanging out with us. You can catch Hino and the rest of the crew. They're usually down here at the shop every Fridays, running some GGs, fighting games at MAP Technology. So if you're into fighting games and you're in the Baltimore area, come to 322 West Baltimore Street. We should be opening soon. Come play some games. Thank you to the rest of our hosts, JB, John, Mr. Oh No, 3C, Mr. Invisible 3C. And yeah, check us out on all social medias, MAP Game Tech, Facebook, Instagram, what's the other one? IG, MAP Technologies, YouTube, yeah, Twitter. Yeah, there you go. MAP Technology is the YouTube. And Carl, you want to drop your information for your stream stuff when you do it? Good sir?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can check me out at twitch.tv/Hinokaga. YouTube's the same, youtube.com/Hinokaga. I stream on Facebook too. Just look up Hinokaga. And I'm on the Twitters with at Hino the N7. So
okay.
Yeah. Come hang out with me. We'll play some good games and we'll talk about some animes and stuff like that.
Yep. Bring that anime talk. So you guys be good. Thank y'all for tuning up. We'll catch y'all next week.
All right.
Get set.
Peace.